Hollywood's creme de la creme came out for the Met Gala yesterday. We showed you all of the dresses as they were hitting the red carpet yesterday.
Crazy. To take us behind the scenes of the social event of the season, entertainment reporter Catherine Eisman out of LA. Hey, you.
Hi,
now,
guys.
the theme is always a huge part of the event. So who was decided on for that theme this year?
All right, well, her name is Rei Karakubo, and you may not have heard of it, but you've probably heard of her label, Comme des Garçons. Now, she's a 74-year-old Japanese designer who created that heart icon, which is very famous, and really was kind of the grandmother of avant-garde fashion. So she kind of made clothing that didn't necessarily have armholes or anything, you know, is almost unrecognizable, and it's a real celebration as fashion, as art, even more than wearable items.
OK, now people were pulling in favours from everywhere to attend the Met Gala. Take us through the invitation criteria again.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it was in the mail this year, but I was there last year, but it is honestly the most difficult invitation to get. There are less than 600 people that are invited, and even though it costs $30,000 a head, so that's well over $250,000 US per table, you can't necessarily get in, even if you're a corporate sponsor who buys the table. Anna Wintour and her team at Vogue go through every single person and decide whether they're Met worthy, so they have to be obviously very beautiful, they have to have a lot of buzz around them and be extremely acclaimed. So it's almost impossible to get, and a lot of designers buy tables as well, and they'll invite a muse, which is obviously the biggest celebrity you can get, because the more photos taken on the red carpet, the more millions of dollars of free, well, not so free, press that you're going to get. Right. And sometimes Anna will even invite some designers who don't have much money, but she really believes in, just to kind of add a little artistic integrity there as well.
Oh, bless. Now, the red carpet is televised everywhere, but there's no cameras allowed inside. So what actually happens inside? Tell us they all get into Tracky Dacks and play Twister. Tell us that's all that happens.
Can you imagine? I would love that. Yes, that would be a really fun idea, but what actually happens is, the reason we don't know what goes on, because in 2015, Anna Wintour decided that it was going to be a selfie-free zone. But not everyone follows that rule, especially if you're a Kylie Jenner who has made her millions taking selfies. She broke that rule and took this epic selfie in the bathroom. You've got P. Diddy there, you've got Paris Jackson in the background, Lily Aldridge, you know, some huge Kim. So some of the biggest stars in the world were like breaking the rules, but by doing it in the bathroom, you're not like going to get on Anna's bad side. But it's incredible. As you ascend these stairs, which they've turned into this kind of avant-garde masterpiece, there are these giant flower sculptures made out of roses, and Giselle's there literally stopping to smell the roses, and then you have a traditional receiving line, so the guests, the hosts welcome you, so there's Anna and Giselle and Tom Brady. I just hang out with Tom for a while. And then you are forced to go through the exhibition to get your cultural fix, and then you get into the party. There's cocktails, there's a sit-down dinner, and then there's a musical performance. And this year it was Katy Perry who shut down the carpet. She was on stage in this kind of amazing latex number, and she played a medley of her songs. Not a single person was sitting down, I can tell you that much.
Wow. OK, let's get serious. Best dressed. Has there been a social media consensus?
There has. OK, so don't forget that it's Comme des Garçons, the queen of avant-garde. So Rihanna really shut down the carpet. I mean, for any other event, you would say she needs to be taken away to like an insane asylum. But because of the event that is a Met Gala, she just looked amazing in this Comme des Garçons number. It's actually from their runway, so it's not even custom. And it was just everything fashion and fabulous and absurd that this designer stands for. Another person that I thought was extraordinary, it's Priyanka Chopra. And so she was incredible. She wore this Ralph Lauren collection outfit.
Wow.
And we've seen it. Yeah, I mean,
it's a trench coat.
Wow.
It's a trench coat.
Oh, Kylie, that's not a trench coat. It's avant-garde.
It is a big trench coat.
Well, she does it well.
Why are we loving this, Catherine?
I'll tell you why I like it. Because the theme this year was all about pushing boundaries. And we've seen a trench coat in every single interpretation, but we've never seen it with a 10-metre train before.
Right.
And so it was really a kind of play on fashion. It was whimsical and ironic and everything that is suitable for the theme. So it's not the prettiest, but it was definitely in theme and pushed boundaries.
Do you know what Rihanna looked like to me? I like that trench coat. You know what Rihanna looked like to me? You know when your kids finish the school year and you put all their Move on, Kylie. Let it go. I only think...
Harry, not as sentimental.
I have no
but...
idea what you... I can see why you like Rihanna's. I kind of get that. I don't so much get that because it's whimsical and ironic. The trench coat, maybe that's why I don't.
Well,
sort of
I'm
understand
whimsical and
it.
ironic. You like me, so why wouldn't you like that? I love the trench coat.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Who missed the mark in everyone's opinion?
Okay, well, Mandy Moore, really, I mean, this was a disaster. She has had so many great fashion moments, so I was really shocked to see this. She's wearing this Michael Kors dress, which was, attempting to be whimsical. It had this illusion sleeve, and her makeup was this, actually looks better there than in every other shot, lilac makeup, which was truly unflattering. And I feel like if you're going to do a theme, you either have to commit like Rihanna, or you go like elegant and beautiful, and she was kind of awkwardly in the middle. So a bit of a miss there.
Yeah, not much going on.
Who else?
And then
Claire
Danes. Oh my God. Okay, so I mean, I have very high expectations because who could forget that Zac Posen dress she wore, 2 years ago, which lit up the red carpet, literally. This dress, even though it is in theme and it is deconstructed, it just reminds me too much of Seinfeld's puffy shirt. Do you remember that episode?
I'm loving the shoes and the pants.
Kylie, we normally agree, but I like that we have in fashion.
I love the
It's
shoes
good.
and the
This is,
pants.
you know what? She's not comfortable.
Which one's... I see. Yes, you're
one's
right.
rude?
You're right.
And anyone else that you think missed the mark? That was about.
Yeah. Thandie Newton, who, she's in Westworld and she plays someone who works in a brothel, and I think she might have taken that literally. This hat looks like she's going to the races, and her dress, which is covered in Swarovski crystals, which you can't, you can see there, really looked like she was just a bit of an old pro.
Taking the character to the red carpet. As always, the internet delivers when it comes to poking fun at some of these outfits. What's having some fun around the world?
It's so true. I mean, it's honestly like the meme capital. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like everyone, you don't even need it. They look like they're doing it. Isn't that so funny? Rihanna, he's carrying his like washing, and that looks great. She also looks very much like a bedspread. This one here with matching a quilt
Loving that.
with matching pillowcases. This one,
That's great.
isn't that so brilliant? That looks almost like.
Oh, he's good.
That's almost an identical match, I feel like. And then, of course, we have Inspector Gadget, where I think, Kylie, you'll probably agree with that.
Yes,
she could have pulled out a lot of tools.
I'll give that a tick.
And then, of course, J-Lo.
So
What do you
good.
do when you don't like the window dressing in your house? You wear it to the Met balls.
And this is the best.
And then, of
That's
course, that one's the best.
Okay, then once we get over the frocks, we go inside, we listen to Katy Perry, and then there are after parties. So what happened at the after parties?
Well, this is where they do a little bit of Twister, a bit of nude Twister, but almost nude Twister. Eddie Romaine was not actually allowed entrance into Rihanna's after party. He's one of the most accomplished actors of our time. He was turned back. Perhaps he was too well dressed. So he and his girlfriend were turned away from Rihanna's after party. Also, there was a lot of nudity. I'm not even joking. I mean, Bella Hadid was, she changed from a kind of belly there Alexander Wang jumpsuit into this really sheer top that we have to kind of cover the nipple area. And then another almost nude thing was, of course, Kendall Jenner, who decided that pants optional, and she wore this almost naked lower body part to her dress. So it was all about, the after party's about kind of letting loose. Priyanka actually took the train off and just wore the trench coat, for those who want to know. But people are having a good time. Things get a little loose. Clothes come on and then clothes go off. That's all I can
So
say.
are pictures, obviously.
Catherine,
pictures of any of that.
Good to use your imagination.
Yeah, good to chat to you. Nice wrap of the Met Gala, and now we've got to sit back and wait for another 12 months for it all to happen again.
Thank you, Catherine. We'll see you
Thanks,
soon.
guys.